Mafuyu's story begins in a sea of doubts. After months feeling suffocated by her insecurities and her family's expectations about her future, she decides to return home seeking refuge. There, her Nightcord friends Mizuki, Ina, Len, and especially Kanade welcome her with a delicate handmade bracelet, although they can't accompany her in person. This gesture assures Mafuyu that there will always be someone by her side. With this strength, she faces the first big step, telling her mother what she truly wants. The night before, amid forced laughter in the empty sekai and heavy silences, Mizuki, noticing the delicate moment, approaches and gives Mafuyu a bracelet made by her. Mafuyu, surprised by the gesture, takes the bracelet in her hands. With this symbolic gift, Mafuyu feels the closeness of her friends despite the distance. The next day, in a hotel cafe, Mafuyu's mother breaks the ice with tears, admitting that she had pressured Mafuyu without listening to her. For the first time, she promises to cede her decision and support her in whatever she truly wants. Mafuyu feels a mix of relief and fear, but the reconciliation feels genuine. However, days later, the topic of university comes up again, and although her mother tries to be understanding, Mafuyu feels the pressure is not completely gone. Though the promise of freedom is an important step, the battle to define her future is far from over. Days later, at Mafuyu's house, her father comes to pick her up, and although she's somewhat nervous, she decides to trust her mother and return. Upon arrival, her mother welcomes her with joy, and a dinner specially prepared for her, trying to make her feel at home. Mafuyu, though still a little distant, feels touched by the warmth of the situation. During dinner, the family reconnects and begins to share memories and anecdotes, but Mafuyu still feels an internal disconnect. As if the flavors of life aren't as intense as before, Mafuyu returns home after her day and feels conflicted by her mother's words. Despite the warmth in her home and her mother's concern for her well-being, Mafuyu struggles with her own feelings and the pressure of making decisions about her future. During dinner, she and her mother share an emotional connection, and her mother expresses her pride in Mafuyu's efforts, although she also feels frustrated for not fully understanding her. While Mafuyu reflects on her path, her mother, worried, questions whether she did the right thing by suggesting future options without giving Mafuyu space to decide for herself. Despite everything, Mafuyu tries to calm herself, recognizing that her mother only wants what's best for her, but the doubt persists. Mafuyu faces a series of emotional moments with her mother. While her mother tries to better understand her desires and concerns, Mafuyu also feels trapped between her own feelings and her mother's expectations after an honest conversation. Mafuyu's mother reveals that she has decided to attend therapy, seeking to improve so that the family can be a warmer and more understanding place. Mafuyu, realizing her mother's suffering, decides to be more aware of her own feelings and try to support her. The tension that had been building in the days before culminates in an awkward family meeting. Mafuyu, still unable to overcome her uncertainty, finds herself with her parents at the dining table. Where the silence becomes heavy, her mother, with the best intentions, decides to take a step forward, thinking that a solution may be near. As they sit at the table, she gently places some brochures on the table. They are from a university she had researched on her own, thinking of Mafuyu's future, but without consulting her husband. Upon seeing the papers, Mafuyu's father furrows his brow. He feels that in this gesture, something is still being imposed on Mafuyu, as if she couldn't make a decision for herself. The mother, believing she had made a decision Mafuyu might accept, assures that Mafuyu had given her approval. However, Mafuyu, overwhelmed, cannot hold back her tears and bursts into sobs. Amid her crying, she confesses to her parents that she doesn't know what she truly wants. The tension that had been building during all this time is released completely. Kanade, who is present at the moment as support, doesn't step away for a moment, giving Mafuyu the space to express herself, but also offering the comfort of her presence. The father, seeing the desperation in Mafuyu's eyes, decides it's time to take a break. He realizes that the topic of university is still a burden, and tells Kanade that it might be best if she steps away for now to avoid overloading the situation. Kanade, without hesitation, stands up and apologizes, recognizing that, even though the atmosphere is tense, the best thing is to give Mafuyu space to talk with her parents. From then on, Mafuyu shuts herself in her world. Neither the calls from her friends in Nightcord nor Kanade's words can break through her cloud of guilt. She doesn't know what she wants and runs away, broken for having hurt the one she loves most again. The tension continues until Mafuyu's father arrives at Kanade's house. Bows respectfully, and with apologies, asks for something simple but profound, to take care of his daughter because right now, that's the only place where her heart can rest. Kanade accepts without hesitation, and Mafuyu, barely audible, nods as she says goodbye. But once the door closes, the silence weighs heavily. Mafuyu breaks. She still doesn't understand why she continues to hurt her mother, why, even now, she feels her existence only cause is pain. Kanade, without saying much, stays by her side not with answers, but with presence. Her mother, meanwhile, begins therapy to learn how to listen without pressuring. And it is in that fragile moment where the true meaning of everything experienced is hidden. Mafuyu doesn't need to have everything figured out yet. She just needs a space where she can allow herself to feel, make mistakes, breathe, and keep going. The story doesn't end with certainties, but with an open question. But for the first time, that question doesn't face her alone. Thank you for watching this video. If Mafuyu's story moved you as much as it did us, don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe for more Project Sekai analysis. See you in the next video.